Welcome and thank you for tuning into today's episode of Asia Link. We're going to dive deep into one of India's most significant national celebrations, Republic Day. I'm your host, Mitch Barron, and today we're going to explore what makes Republic Day so important to the people of India. From its historical roots to modern day celebrations, we'll talk about its significance, the Grand Parade, and how it's celebrated across the country and abroad. Before we get started, make sure to like this episode, subscribe to our channel, and find us on Facebook at Asia Link. I'm very excited to have with me today Minesh Mishra, co-founder of Harklet Media, our parent company, who will walk us through the fascinating aspects of Republic Day and what it means to the nation. Amesh, thank you for joining us.
Hi, Michelle. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. How about you?
I'm good. Happy Republic Day from India, by the way, to
Yes,
everyone, those who are listening.
and
Right.
happy Republic Day from America and everywhere else that folks are listening to us.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you for joining. So let's start by talking about the history of Republic Day. So, Republic Day celebrates the adoption of the Indian Constitution on January 26th, 1950. But the story goes back even further, doesn't it? Can you tell us about the historical context behind Republic Day and why January 26th was chosen as the day to celebrate?
That's right, Mitch. While January 26, 1950 marks the day as the Indian constitutions came into effect, the significance of the state goes back almost 3 decades prior to that, right? On January 26, 1930, the Indian National Congress, who was the first political party in India, has, under the leadership of Honorable Jawaharlal Nehru, the first Prime Minister of India that time in 1947 post independence, proclaimed Purn Swaraj, which means complete independence from British rule. This declaration was a pivotal moment in India's freedom struggle, galvanizing the nation and setting the edge for the long and arduous journey towards self rule. Choosing the name date to adopt the constitutions was a symbolic gesture, honoring the spirit of the Purn Swaraj Declaration and making the culmination of India's fight for freedom. It signifies the transitions from a colonial state to a sovereign republic governed by its own laws and constitutions. Hence, India became the world's largest democracy in January 26, 1950, with the population that time around 300 million people, with 26 states that time and 7 union territories. Now it is 28 states with 9 union territories and multiple international Indian languages included, with several tribes, good military power, several military power. So we celebrate this occasion for that. And alongside, India's have two national holidays: Independence Day, which comes on 15th August, right? And now this is January 26, 1950, which we celebrate as a Republic Day.
That's fascinating.
Yeah.
Fascinating. Now, one of the most iconic aspects of Republic Day is the Republic Day parade in New Delhi. Can you walk us through what makes that parade so special and what we can expect to see during the event?
Yeah, absolutely. The Republic Day Parade is a grand spectacle that showcases Indian military's might, cultural diversities, and national pride, as I have told you. It's a vibrant display of India's achievement and heritage on a global stage. Basically, this parade, is a majestic march which happens in Rajpath, which is an iconic place in Delhi at India Gate, and that also is a march of various regiments of Indian Army, Navy, Air Force, showcasing their military, you know, powers, disciplines, and also includes displays of India's advanced weaponry defense system, highlighting the country's technological advancement in the field of defenses, technological advances in the field of space research, and various states, their cultures, their diversities. As you all know, like India is known for their cultural diversities, right? So yep, that's what we show up in, the Republic Day parade. And every year there is always a special guest which is welcomed by the President of India. So the President of India actually hosts the flag at Rajpath, India Gate, and always guests are welcomed over there. This year, I guess, I forget that. Like, sorry, like Indonesian president was called, and several times, like, different presidents they are calling it. Yeah.
That sounds incredible. Now, how do cultural performances fit into the parade?
The cultural performance are an integral part of the parade, showcasing India's rich and diverse culture heritage. I think I've already explained, mentioned a few things about that. But yeah, further moving on, they bring together artists, performers from all corners of country, representing various traditions, languages, and art forms. Suppose if they are coming from northeast state of India, if they are coming from southern state of India, so they will be wearing their own ethnic dresses, will be performing on their own songs, right? So this performance add a vibrant and colorful dimension to the parade, showcasing India's unity in diversity. They also provide a glimpse into the country's rich culture tapestry, highlighting the unique traditions and customs of different regions. Yeah, Vijay.
Excellent. And when's the last time that you've been able to attend one of these beautiful ceremonies?
I have attended only once in Delhi. That was back then in year 2015, 2014. I'm sorry. I'm forgetting the year. I'm sorry for that. And
That's okay.
the host and the guest was Barack Obama. That time, the
Oh,
president of the
wow.
United States. Yeah. I have attended the ceremony that year in Delhi. I was, by the way, studying in Delhi that time. So I got a chance to attend the parade there.
That's a sweet deal in my eyes. I'm sure it was a great
Yeah.
spectacle to see.
Yeah, it was.
Speaking of, the President of India plays a central role in the Republic Day celebrations. You mentioned earlier that they preside over the parade, but what else happens during the event in terms of national honors?
The President of India is the supreme commander of Indian armed forces and the head of state, right? So you know as well, like we have president and prime ministers, right? But
Right.
presidents are elected by the means ruling government and the member of parliament, and they are considered as the supreme commander or as the first citizen of India, right? So on Republic Day, the president takes the salute of the marching contingents and presides over the entire ceremony. The president also awards gallantry medals and other national honors to individuals who have made significant contributions to the country in various fields, being it technology, defense, culture, diversities, or anything, right? These honors recognizes act of bravery, distinguished services, and exceptional achievements in areas such as defense, literature, sports, social services, and a lot, right? And the president of India is the one who hosts the flag. Uh,
It really is a day full of meaning. And I think a lot of people don't realize how honoring bravery and service is such an integral part of the celebration. While the parade is in
hmm.
New Delhi, while the parade in New Delhi is the main event, Republic Day is celebrated across India in different ways. How do people across the country mark the occasion?
It's a national holiday, and people across countries celebrate it with great enthusiasm, patriotism. Schools and colleges organize flag hosting ceremonies, cultural programs, and patriotic events. Every single Indian states have their own governor. They all host the flags and celebrate it similarly as it is celebrated in Delhi, right? But yeah, Delhi being the capital of India has a different kind of event, moreover prime and moreover large. But other states also celebrates. As you know as well, India is the union of states, right? So means people also attend community gathering where family, friends, and neighbors comes together to watch the national events on TV or participate in local celebrations in many places. Special events, competitions are organized for children, youth, you know this is kind of a sense of national pride and belonging, yeah, so people loves to celebrate this being from one of the largest democracy in the world.
That's great to hear. I love how the spirit of the day spreads across India from the capital to the villages, so everybody is involved in the celebrations. Now, with everything becoming more digital, how has technology played a role in the Republic Day celebrations in recent years?
Hmm. Question, by the way. Technology has significantly enhanced Republic Day celebrations, making them more accessible and engaging with people across the globe. not just in India, right? So any diaspora who they are living abroad, or the one who they are very much interested in knowing Indian cultures, Indian Republic Day things, they can watch it, from the different parts of the world. Live streaming of the parade and other events allows people from all over the world to witness the celebrations in real time. Social media platforms provide a spatial for people to share their experiences, photos, videos of Republic Day celebrations, creating a sense of global community. And we are one of the one, who they are also going to post the contents over it. Virtual reality and augmented reality technologies are also being used to create immersive experiences, allowing people to feel as if they are the part of the celebrations, even from afar. Right. And I have seen the drone shows are also happening in the nighttime, uh, you know, uh, making a kind of different images over the sky. So yeah, technology is playing a big role nowadays, especially from booking the tickets, booking your seats for those events in New Delhi to every single states. Right. So yeah, technology is really playing a major role nowadays.
It seems like it's making Republic Day into a global event with the use of social media and videos and all of these things. How do you think the significance of Republic Day has changed over time with the integration of technology?
Mm, see, Republic Day has evolved into a symbol of India's progress and achievements on the world stage. Right. It's a day for Indians across the globe to connect with their heritage and celebrate their national identity. With the technology, means we have really come along, and has augmented a lot of things into the experience, to adding up more of our experiences to the people, right? Like adding up the virtual realities mostly, and also with the securities for the guest, especially the guests those who are coming from abroad, and especially the chief guest, right? So means, in a whole, technology is nowadays playing role everywhere, not just in India, and especially, if this is such a global event coming up from India for the global reach of the Republic Day celebrations. I don't know. This is helping to promote understanding and appreciating the India's culture and tradition across the world.
That's a wonderful thought to end on. Now, before we wrap up, I'd like to ask you personally, what does Republic Day mean to you?
Uh, to me, Republic Day is a reminder of India's resilience, its unity in diversities, and its unwavering commitment to democracy. It's a day to celebrate our achievements and reflect on our journey as a nation. It's also a day to reaffirm our commitment to the values enshrined in our constitution and to work towards building a more inclusive and adequate and equitable society for all Indians. That's all I mean, personally.
Beautifully said, Amish. Thank you very much for sharing your insights and reflecting on the significance of Republic Day with us. It was a pleasure having you on the podcast today. Thank you.
Thank you for having me. It was an honor to be a part of this conversation. Thank you so much.
It was an honor to have you and learn more about the history of Republic Day and the culture in the India and surrounding countries. And thank you to our listeners for tuning into this special episode of Asia Link about Indian Republic Day. We hope that you learned something new and are feeling inspired to reflect on the importance of this national celebration. Don't forget to share your own Republic Day stories with us on social media. Until next time, stay proud, stay unified, and Jai Hind.